Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is I'm trying to figure out what's going on in California. I feel so bad for you guys. I really truly do. There are some serious discussions that need to be had, okay? Okay. Allegedly, and I use that word, because I'm not there. There are 700 companies that are headquartered at one address in a very small building in Los Angeles County, California. Yeah. And this was reported to regulators, and nothing was done about it. Now, in my opinion, this is money laundering at its finest, and it never seems to stop in California. And I'm trying to sit here and think to myself, how is this even possible that one small building holds 700 companies? Didn't the IRS catch on? I'm just trying to figure this out. If it's like a one room, type thing. Here.
Take a look at this quiet building in Signal Hill, California. Doesn't look like the headquarters of hundreds of trucking companies, right? But federal records show nearly 700 freight companies tied to this single address. Roughly 500 of those companies list the same email. WTF, FMCSA at AOL.com.
How ridiculous and absurd is this?
Cracks reported this exact address to federal regulators 2 years ago.
If we all know about it and we reported it, why is something not being done?
So this also happened in Los Angeles. Guy comes home from his son's baseball game. Okay, we've all been there, right? We take the kids, they have to go to a baseball game, football game, or our daughters are cheerleaders or whatever the case may be, right? And he comes home and his house was broken into. So what do? Get your phone, dial 911, right? He's on hold for 59 minutes before talking to anyone. What if the perpetrator was still in the house and he has his children with him? I'm just trying to figure all of this out, because here, if we have to call 911, literally they're picking up, boom, like 15 seconds. You know what I mean? So how is he on hold for 59 minutes before someone says, yeah, 911, what's your emergency? Do they not have enough 911 operators? Is that what the problem is here? Or is there just too much crime?
Hey, I just came home from my son's baseball game tonight to this. We had a break-in in our house, and luckily everybody's safe, but things were stolen, including a safe with everything that my dad gave me after he passed away, coins, valuables, some baseball cards, things like that. My wife lost some jewelry from her grandma and from my mom, who also passed away. This shit is unnerving, and it's not cool. And I'll tell you what else. I was on hold with 911 for 59 minutes 59 minutes. And luckily it's just a home burglary. It wasn't somebody dying, choking, that was shot or something. But what happens if it was a real time emergency? Luckily the police, when they did show up, came. They were very nice, but they mentioned how undermanned they are. And that's a problem. We'll get over this. It's going to get boarded up. My son's a little unnerved. My wife, I am. We're all unnerved. But this is a problem. This is a real problem. So I'm going to get into more depth on this, but goddamn.
So the California Coastal Commission, they are effectively seizing much of the land that was lost in the Pacific Palisades fires. Homeowners in Malibu will now be required to spend up to $5 million on ground upgrades per home before they're even allowed to rebuild. Ground upgrades. Does someone want to explain that to me, please? Ground upgrades. Like, when I think of the ground, I look down and I see grass. You know what I mean? So, you're not going to spend $5 million on grass. I mean, that doesn't cost that much. You know, you get some seed, throw it down, water it. That's it. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I just bought some grass seed today. I mean, seriously, make that make sense.
And the other thing that people need to understand is everything here is on septic. Nothing is on a city sewer system. Every dwelling in Malibu has a separate septic system. And these houses in front, many of them were built in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 60s, and the codes were almost non-existent. So they have septic systems that are in place now that are completely unacceptable in 2025 when they rebuild. Not that they'll rebuild in 2025, 2055, when they rebuild. And they're going to have to update the septic system, which means Coastal Commission, Ocean, Sierra Club, dig it all out. And because of the proximity of the ocean, they're going to have to build seawalls so that erosion won't take their septic system. So they're going to be several $1 million into stuff that's buried in the ground. A seawall, not above the ground, but a seawall that's in the ground so that the storm and the erosion can't get to it. New septic system. I mean, they may be $3, $4, $5 million into it before one piece of 2x4 is even put up in terms of framing the new house. Do you know how much bureaucracy, red tape, and permits worth of nightmare this is going to be? Because regardless of whatever the mayor says, whatever the governor says about expediting this stuff, a septic system is a septic system. The code is the code. The seawall's the seawall, and they're all going to have.
Now, I mean, if they're asking for palm trees and this, that, and the other, that's not your department. I don't know. I just need some more explanation. I mean, before they can even rebuild. $5 million per home. What if you don't have the $5 million? You can't take out a home equity loan. There's no home to take out a loan for. California, you guys need to kick out whoever it is that you're voting in, like Newsom, and get new people in there. Because this is dangerous. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one, okay? You guys stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less. Ciao.